it would be much cooler and the advertisement would work much better if we made a video for my channel with KSI and then he could say it himself that he was coming and then people will buy the ticket. Okay. And she returned like 2 days later and she was like, all right, he's up to do it. I was like, holy shit, am I gonna do a video with KSI? And like seriously, this was so close to his boxing match. Like I would have thought that he had, I would have thought he had so much to think about.
Ladies and gents, today I am joined by
Eiqu Miller, the best beast on the block. You already know what it is. Eller noget.
Eiqu has a really interesting story to tell because you have been performing with KSI in Vega.
The one and only KSI. Yes. And I had never been doing a show before, at least not a show where people actually showed up. So I actually did one show where no one showed up.
So that was, but I want to hear that afterwards.
Okay.
So mainly, the reason why I just wanted to press record and then do this is because when I know a person or somebody who I know who has a really interesting story I want to hear about, you know, I can just sit there and then listen and then, you know, like hear your version of it, going into details, starting, middle, ending point.
Yeah.
And I think this specific story here about KSI is really interesting, not only to me, but also to some of the others that want to know, you know, how this came up. And I know that like you've been through some crazy things and you've been trying a lot here on media. But this specific story here was something that I was really interested to know more about. So if you go back and then tell me like the beginning of this little journey and then ending of you standing on stage.
Yeah.
Where do we start?
Well, I think we have to start with me just being at home in this house. I got a call from a girl, like it's like a woman that she's kind of like an agent to me, but not really. I've done like a couple of speakings with her, and all of a sudden she calls me up and she's like, "Do you know KSI?" And I'm like, "Do you know KSI? Like, what? Why do you ask? Like, you're old, like." And she was like, "Oh, it's because one of my friends is something at this Vega place, and they want to do like a promotion for it." And I was like, "All right, so what do you want me to do?" And she's like, "Well, you know, we can send you some material, and then you can share it and tell people that KSI is coming." And that was it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was actually the first point of just like you sharing a story, like. Hey,
well, I didn't do it.
No,
because I told them I don't want to do that.
No.
But if you can if it would be much cooler and the advertisement would work much better if we made a video for my channel with KSI and then he could say it himself that he was coming and then people will buy the ticket. That was a better way of doing the marketing. And it was very far-fetched because I was like, there's no way. But if I'm gonna promote a show, you know, let's see if he wants to, like, let's see if I can get this video with him. Okay. And she returned like 2 days later and she was like, all right, he's up to do it. I was like, holy shit, am I gonna do a video with KSI? And like seriously, this was so close to his boxing match. Like I would have thought that he had, I would have thought he had so much to think about. Like, how do you have time to train and get ready to perform and do stupid interviews with random Danish YouTubers?
Yeah. So this was the first one, right? Because if you haven't seen before, like the first Logan Paul KSI fight were back in 2019, I think. Yeah. So it was just before that. If you guys haven't seen the fight or anything, and it's really like high pressure because it's never been done before. But then you came up and then talked to him, or he was down to do the interview.
Oh well, we did the interview. He was sitting at home.
Yeah.
So he was he did the interview, and while he came online, he came on, and I was sitting like this. I had prepared a lot of questions, and I was dead scared because, as I said, 2 days later they returned. They were like, "All right, KSI is down to do it." So we had a meeting on Skype, and he had a very weird Skype name, and I plugged it in there, and I was like, "Is he gonna accept this?" And like. And I didn't, and it was like a week until we had planned the interview. So when the day actually came, I was like, is he actually gonna be here? Because I haven't heard from anybody, not his manager and my girl, you know, my woman, she's not even a part of this. I'm all alone with it.
No.
And I was waiting, and I didn't want to, you know, start calling him and stuff like that. But, you know, 30 minutes after overdue, I was like, all right, he's not gonna do the interview.
So you waited for 30 minutes.
I waited for 30 minutes.
Damn.
And I was like, nah, all right, it's not gonna happen. But then I actually tried to call him, like on the Skype, and then he hung up, and he started writing, and I was like, damn, there's this life, and he's like, oh shit, I totally forgot, sorry bro, but I'll be there in 1 minute. So he was just so he came online. I actually have the recordings of him, because I recorded the whole thing. So I actually have the recording of him coming online, and he's like saying, oh shit, sorry, I'm here. And I asked him, this was kind of much to do, because he just thought he was going to come on here and answer a couple of questions and tell people that he was coming. But I asked him to record with his camera, because I wanted to have a good quality image of him. So I'm like, can you pull your camera out? Can you start recording yourself and stuff like that? And he was like, all right, I guess, because he's a good guy, you know?
Yeah.
So he starts recording, and everything goes smooth. The whole interview is like, it's a great interview. If you haven't seen it, you have to see it, because it's really amazing. Like, he was such a fucking good guy.
Yeah.
And he was like so genuine, down to earth. He's like completely the way he is in his videos. Like, that's just the way he is. Like, he's really famous for being the person he is.
Yeah.
And that's really amazing. So we did the interview, and after that we hung up. I did the video. It got a lot of views. Everyone is happy.
Yeah.
And I never thought anything of it. I just thought, all right, that was it. That was cool. But then they called me up. The girl that actually was the tour, like the concert place. You know, the Vega girls. The one that
the one from Vega.
From the concert place.
Okay, so at that point you actually thought like that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
You didn't knew that you was going to perform.
No.
Ah, okay.
That was never a part of any plan.
Mm-hmm.
But then all of a sudden she had asked the woman I know, and she's called Mia, and Mia had been asking, like, because the girl told Mia that there's an opportunity to play before KSI, so who should it be?
Yeah.
And Mia then asked two guys that I know. One of them is Christian Kullenbach's lillebror, Frederick Kullenbach, and another guy called Jonas, not you, but another Jonas. And she had asked them who can perform before KSI.
Yeah.
And they were like 100% IQ. And she was like, God damn it, that's true. Why didn't I think of that? So they called me up and they're like, yo, IQ, do you actually want to perform? And everything just went, what? Like, so now I'm actually going to perform at the place, and I just said yes. Like, no doubt, I just said yes. Hung up the phone, and then I realized I don't have a show.
Yeah.
I don't have any songs. I don't have anything. Like, I have made music, but it's old, and it's like I've never been like on stage. My cardio is completely wasted. Like, I can't even perform one song, then I'm out of breath.
Mm-hmm.
So I started running, like, every day.
You did?
Yeah, I did. Up until that concert, I think I had 1.5 months. I had to run every day to try and gain some breath and breath control. And then I had to make 30 minutes of music. New music. I had to produce a whole set, like a whole show, because it was 30 to 45 minutes, the show. I think we hit about 40 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
And so we produced music. And KSI didn't have a lot of songs, and you don't really know what audience it's going to be, because they're going to be there for him. They're not going to be there for you. All right? So you need to figure out, okay, what kind of music am I going to go up there and perform that they are going to like? And I am the warm-up, I have to get them going. I have to get them going, these people. So I can't just go up there and be like, got a hat in the back, in the wet, and put it in the back, and then you put the chat. That's not gonna work.
You need to deliver, like some sort of that vibe that they're going into.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the thing was that I made my track list was a combination of hip hop and then like a boom, like a bass kind of drum, like a UK, UK grime techno kind of vibe, because they love that over there. So I figured out, okay, so the people that are coming probably dig that. And we made a set list and we performed all these, like, it was 10 songs. I've never performed any of them, and I've never practiced any of them. And we went ahead and was like, all right, this is the show. The day came and we traveled to Copenhagen, and we were scared as fuck. My producer has never even put the fucking USB in.
Oh, in a mixer.
Yeah. So he literally went up like 5 minutes before the show, and then KSI's DJ told my DJ how to do it. like 5 minutes before, how to swap the tracks and stuff like that. You know, everything could have went black. But that's not where we start because, so yeah, we drive to Copenhagen, get a beer in the car, get all the way over there, go to my girlfriend's mom's house, change the clothes. You know, this whole time, like so many hours of just intense, like adrenaline. You know, like cause I'm scared and I'm excited, I'm nervous. Everything. I'm totally jumping out into something that I have no clue how it's gonna end. But I just know that if I don't take this opportunity, you only get one shot, one opportunity to see, you know, all that shit. Like if you don't do it, I just had to say yes. I knew it was gonna be challenging. I knew it was gonna scare me, but I had to say yes. Because this was an opportunity. So we arrive at the place. The taxi drives off with my fucking bag and the tracks. That's the first thing that happens. We lose all the tracks.
Oh yeah?
In the taxi in Copenhagen. Because I forgot my bag in the back of the cab. And I jumped out. The cab leaves. And then this girl is like, didn't you have your bag with you? I was like, what? So we're standing there. They're not letting us in backstage. The people at the concert place, they don't want to open the fucking door. We're seriously standing outside that door for like 45 minutes. Just knocking on the door, trying to call up this cab that has all our whole set list. And the thing is, we can't call the cab because we used like some crazy application that's called some cab thing that just takes a cab. So you don't know where the cab comes from. It could be any cab. And nobody looked on the side of the cab, so nobody knew what cab it was. So I had to call up and send emails. Like, I hope that someone responds to this email within 2 minutes because we need this shit now. So my girlfriend gets a hold of someone that gets a hold of the cab, and then the cab comes back. We get the bag and they let us in. Like, if I wasn't scared enough already, man, I was like, outside of that, you know, that's the worst thing that could happen. Like, you know how it is. Like, imagine that you go to USA and you just lost your camera.
Yeah. And then you couldn't perform the things that you want to do.
You couldn't perform it.
It's scary, yeah.
And the whole show would be fucking ruined because, like, well, not his show, but you're gonna have like a gap with 1 hour. Well, who's gonna be there?
Yeah.
They don't have extra people ready to do that. You're supposed to be there, and you don't want to disappoint them. You don't want to disappoint KSI. The thing I was least scared about was meeting KSI. And people were like, wasn't it crazy to meet KSI? I was like, I didn't have time to think about meeting him. I had so much else to think about that was way scarier. So we come up and they put us into this little fucking backstage area. Like not in the KSI place. So like this little room that's only supposed to have like a broom and a fucking, like, it's like a little, like you take like this. Like such a little room.
So half of
the studio, and then we'll tell 4 people put us in there.
Yeah.
All right,
so like you're a small guy, but like they couldn't put you in there, no.
No, exactly. So we go in there, and it's just like, God damn it, man, this is not. We were so excited, like, and now we're standing here 4 people. It's like, all right, this is not the VIP treatment I thought I was gonna be receiving.
Yeah.
Do they not know who I am? Probably not. So eventually we go out of there, and then we go up. And there's this like lounge area where you have like a little drink and stuff like that. And KSI's tour manager is sitting there, and KSI's DJ is sitting there. So we start talking to them. They are very nice people. They're very, very cool. And KSI is doing sound check at this moment. So you can hear him, you can hear the sound, bam, bam, bam. And then they're doing like a meetup with some people. And then it's our turn to get the sound check. But because everything fucked up, as it always does, we only had like 10 minutes to do the sound check. We should have had a half an hour. So we go up there, and I go out. This is the first time I meet KSI. I go out on stage, and he's sitting on the edge of the stage.
Yeah.
And I go over there, and he gets up, and he says like, "Hey man, what's up?" And I say, "What's up, man? Nice to meet you, man." And he says, "Yeah, cool, man. I like your style, man. I like your clothes." That's the first thing he says, and I was wearing my first grade, like my own brand, all over everywhere. Yeah, man. That's the first thing he says. I really like your clothes, man. Well, thank you so much. So he leaves, and we start. I got some clips of that. We gotta start. And it sounds good. Like we're ready to do shit. Like I can feel like I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not nervous. I'm ready to do this. I've been waiting for it for like 1.5 months. This has been the only thing on my mind. So now we're there. We can hear it. The sound is good. it just sounds nice. Like the vocal is coming through clean, you know, the lights are good, the room is just the right size, no, everything is good. And then we go out, and then it's just a waiting game. The concert starts. KSI is not here at this point. His DJ is playing like an hour, and then all of a sudden it's almost our time to go, and we go up. And I start off. This has been one of my hugest the things I had to think most about. Like, what should be the opening track? Like when I come out there, because I want people to be going crazy, right? So I had picked my diss track to another Danish rapper. I picked that diss track because it has like a really nice killing, like let's go into war kind of vibe. But it was also a risk because you know, if people loved that other rapper, then maybe I would come out and they would be booing me. Like, boo, you know, because they don't want...
that would be the issue.
That would be scary as fuck. And I know that has happened with like Machine Gun Kelly and the whole Eminem thing. There was like this time where one of them got booed because they played that. That's the other diss track.
Because MGK played that song.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And so I went out on stage with that rap going, and it's a crazy fast rap, and it's kind of hard. Like, you need a lot of air to do that. So I totally kill it. Nobody's mad. I can see, okay, people are actually, I'm actually getting there. But after the first song, I'm low. Like, I don't have any breath.
No?
And this is one song, man, out of fucking 13 or something like that.
So you had to do 13 songs?
Yeah.
That was a lot for a warm-up. Like, wouldn't you do maybe like 5, 6?
Yeah, but it was
13 here.
Yeah, it was a big warm-up.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was kind of like a little concert.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I have been standing in my room performing these songs. But the moment you get up there, it's different. Because you are jumping. If you look at these raw clips, you're gonna see some crazy shit. Because I was like doing some shit, man. I was throwing my hat away and just kicking the air and jumping around and screaming, you know. And and it was nice. I got people up, you know, and you got people to do the and you got people to jump and all that.
Yeah.
So it was crazy. I was sweaty, and at some point I was like, I really had no air. So I went up to Morten and I was like, just skip this next song, because I know it had a lot of rap.
Yeah.
And he didn't hear it. So I was just like, oh, alright, we're gonna skip that. And then I could just hear it starts playing. I was like, fuck.
And then you had to do it.
Yeah, we had to do this one as well, man. Alright, we're good. Fuck. But I've looked at the clips, and I went very good compared to what I would have thought, because I don't know how I did it, but it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we go off the stage, and I come down, and KSI is there, and he's like, damn, you know, send me one of your tracks and I'll feature on it. That's the first thing he said. I was like, really? That's crazy, man. Of course, I'll send one. Like, at the moment I get home, he wanted me to send one track. And I don't even know if he heard the concert, because I think he just got in the door. So I don't even know if he heard it.
Yeah.
But he was like, send me one of your tracks, I'll feature on it. I didn't say anything to him. I didn't ask any of it. So I was sitting there, my heart, like, he went on stage, and we obviously got in front and had a beer and watched his show, which was amazing as well. Really, really crazy. It went nuts. So yeah, after the concert, we wanted to go out. We had already planned it before. KSI was writing that, hey, we want to go out after the concert. Can you show me what's a good place to go out in Denmark? And my girlfriend is from Copenhagen, so I was like, hey, where should they go? And I was like, we need to go to Arch, because that's the place where it's pretty cool, I guess.
Okay, to Arch, the nightclub. Okay. Now we have to try it. Okay, to Arch, because I haven't been there. Was it nice?
Yeah, it's like very iconic because it has this roof. It has like a very special lighting in the roof. It's not very big, but it's kind of like a, if you're there, you can kind of like get some kind of VIP treatment. But it's nothing special anyway.
No. But he wanted to go.
He was great. Yeah, let's go there. And I asked him because we need to reserve like a table and some booze. Not beer. I don't think you can get beer in there. No. You can get champagne and you can get vodka. And he was like, I was like, how much do you want to spend? I need to tell the promoter. And he was like, all right, no, 4,000 pounds. So 4,000 pounds was like the budget. And we went there. He had told me in the interview that when they go, the best thing about the tour was the nights out. And he had been telling me that there was this spraying. Yeah, and I was like, is that really how you do? Is that really how you do it? And he was like, yeah, little man, I'll show you. And he fucking showed me.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because usually that's just some shit that someone would say. Like that's just he's like this super famous motherfucker, man. He had no relation to me. And he's like, yeah, man, I'll show you how we fucking spray champagne like worth thousands of pounds. Like one bottle of these is like 1,000 pounds. Like,
it's a lot of money, yeah.
It's a lot of money. And he bought 20 of those. And then he bought so much other shit. Like he spent a lot of money, but that's what it is. Like he got the bottles, he gave them to us, and we all just had one and was glowing in the dark, and we were spraying on the people on the dance floor, and they were pissed. They didn't want to get sprayed.
No.
Who wants to get sprayed by champagne anyway?
No, I wouldn't as well. Like I think like even though whoever have done it, I would have been pretty annoyed.
Yeah, but exactly. So we were standing there, and his bodyguard was there, standing in front of him. His bodyguard was kind of like our bartender, I guess. He was like pouring up the drinks, making sure that nobody put some shit in none of our drinks. You know, making sure all the drinks are controlled, and that nobody approached KSI. So he's standing in front of him, and like then some people, they want to take a picture with KSI. They have to ask him, and then KSI is like, yeah, that's okay. But KSI was partying. You know, he was partying with some girls, and you know It was kind of like a slow night. He doesn't drink before he go on stage or anything. No. So he was like, we went to the club totally sober, and then had to start the night out. And we all ended up getting totally hammered. After the club, we went to their hotel. I don't remember what the hotel was called. No. We was freestyle battling. Like KSI was like, who got this? I got you doing something. Okay. And then Randolph, he was like, yo man, I can't fight away. And then I was like, yeah, I can't with a back, but go back. And we was just battling in this hotel lobby, and then everybody was drunk. And I remember KSI was like, yo, who's the better rapper of me and Randolph? He asked me. And
he did?
Yeah, he did. And I said, I think I have to admit, I think Randolph is the better rapper.
You said that?
Yeah, I did. And I think that kind of pissed him off.
Yeah.
I think it did, cause he was like, man, are you serious? Man, are you fucking kidding me? And I was like, but you know, Randolph has been doing this for more years, and it's just like he's kind of like more. It sounds like he's been doing it a little more. So, but it was all jokes and fun and games. We left. Some of the girls wanted to stay, but ended up not staying. No, I don't know. So we went home. Amazing night. My producer Trap Miller didn't even join the party because he had so many nerves that he totally broke down. Like after the show, he couldn't do anything. Like he was. I don't know what happened to him. He would never say no to a party. And this is the party of a lifetime. Like. This is the party where you spend so much money you could fucking buy a car. Like that's and you don't want to go there, then you know it's been a crazy night. So yeah, we go home. I write him in my phone on the way home like, thank you for showing us a good time. Thank you for making living up, promising, living up to your word, saying you would do that, you did that, you showed us amazing time. Not a lot of people get the opportunity to do stuff like that.
No. It's very rare. Yeah.
It is. And he was like, yeah, no problem, man. And then I started working on the track that I wanted to send to him. Worked on that shit for 2 weeks, sent it to him, and realized that he had unfollowed me.
After that, do you think that it was like, actually, because like you told me that one thing before. Do you think it was because that you said that Randolph was a better rapper?
I really don't hope so, but it could have been. Maybe he just didn't like maybe he was just like, you know what, if that's really what he thinks. I don't hope so. I really don't hope so. I don't think so. He's not like the type of guy I think that would do that. I think there was something else going on.
No.
It's kind of like I think I know what it could have been, but I don't think I can tell it on cam.
No.
No. I'll tell you afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then it's a secret sauce. If you want to know, you have to follow. Of course, you know, in terms of me, I wanted to hear this story and then being able to tell it. I think it's it's just really interesting as well, because like we have a common interest, and just the way you when you ask people to tell us the story that has really have an impact on their lives.
Yeah.
You could see throughout the whole video how you were, you know, like you were so turned up.
Exactly. Because I get the feeling of like back then, you know.
And then you were like bringing back those memories.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I wanted to, you know, like
I saw the whole thing in here.
Try to hear. Yeah.
And also the thing about this is it's not just a story about a crazy night out and a crazy opportunity that's crazy lucky, but it also changed my life completely. Because after that is when I figured out, look, I enjoyed being on that stage so fucking much. No matter if he's gonna make a track with me, no matter if you unfollow me, no matter what, I got something from that day. And that was the love of being on the stage. And I had always, my whole entire life, been afraid of that. And now I got pushed into doing it. I did it. I loved it. And now I want to make music. And I want to just prove to everybody that I belong on that stage. And I will come back. And I will make a track or become bigger than KSI at some point. And he's going to be like, damn, I shouldn't have unfollowed you, bro.
With Eiqu Miller.
Yeah, exactly.
That was it.
Dude.
It. Yeah, thank you for sharing this little memory with me. I think it was really interesting to hear, and of course, you know, like this is it's just how it is. Like there's not gonna be a lot of editing or anything, because I genuinely believe that when you wanna, you know, hear good stories, you have to listen.
Yeah.
You can't just skip and then interrupt all the time. So I think like this was a really nice opportunity for me to hear some of your biggest moments in your life.
Thanks for letting me share.
Of course. So I'm looking really forward to listen to more of your music that's coming out like all of this year. You can go in and then watch, like if you're gonna go in and search Eiqu Miller everywhere.
Yeah.
Spotify, Twitter, Instagram.
Every
YouTube.
Friday is new track.
Every Friday.
Every Friday, new track.
Okay.
Yep. And if you're Danish, we also have some videos with the man on my channel.
As well. And you can go in and watch that. That's it for now. Jones out. It didn't work.
God dang it. Damn, look at my face. All right, we're here.